Someone you know has been accused of a sex crime in Missouri, I want you to stop, take a breath, and listen carefully. Because what you do in the next few days can genuinely shape the rest of your life. The consequences, if you're convicted, are severe. We're talking about prison time, sometimes decades. We're talking about mandatory registration as a sex offender, which is a lifelong scarlet letter. We're talking about losing your job, your housing, your reputation, your children, often before you've even had a trial. You're presumed innocent, but in the real world, the second charges are filed, people start talking, and that stigma can do real damage long before a jury ever hears your case. You do not have to speak with them without a lawyer present. Anything that you say, even something that you believe is completely harmless, can be used against you in court. Law enforcement is not on your side in these cases. They are simply trying to build a case to use against you. The moment you find out that you're being investigated, call a criminal defense attorney. Being innocent does not mean that you'll be acquitted. I've seen innocent people convicted. It happens. Here's the reality of a jury trial on a sex case. They're going to hear emotional testimony from the alleged victim. They're going to feel the weight of the accusation. And even if there's inconsistencies in the story, even if the physical evidence doesn't support it, that emotional pull is real. Hiring a lawyer is not an admission of guilt. It is the single smartest thing that you can do. The earlier you have an attorney involved, the more options you have. An attorney working this case from the investigation stage can have an influence on all of these outcomes that they can't have if they're retained right before trial. Here's what I want you to walk away understanding. Sex crimes cases in Missouri often rise and fall on statements and interviews. The first conversation the accuser has with police, the CAC interview, the statement you give or choose not to give. These early moments have an outsized impact on everything that follows. People make assumptions when they hear these types of charges. They assume guilt. They assume the worst. That's a hard wall to fight against on your own. But it can be done with the right strategy, the right evidence, and the right attorney. If you're facing a sex crime accusation in Missouri, please do not try to handle this alone. Do not talk to police without representation. Do not assume that the truth will work itself out.